Hello and welcome to the C314 and 887 tutorial. We've taken some feedback on this, and we'd just like to bring students up to speed so that they know what they're doing in the assignments. 314 and 887 have some similarities. The assignment is subtly different on 887, and most of you will be doing 314 in this class anyway. So we're just going to the Moodle page, which you've got lots of different ways you can go in. This is my preferred way, and just let this load up. So there we have it, 314 coming up at Moodle's blisteringly fast pace, and a page that's had some modifications since some of the feedback we took last week, and you will have received an email about this. Okay, so looking at Unit 1, I'll just hand you over to Mike now. He's just going to talk to you a little bit about C314/887.
Okay, from what we understand is that the first lecture was given and the lab was attended, but there was a lot of confusion about how to solve the problems within the lab script.
And this is actually engaging with the Python, was some of the feedback we took on this, wasn't it?
So we're going to take a new stance now. We are going to assume we need to go through the entire Python stack from the base upwards. So we're going to assume no knowledge of Python, and we're going to add some tools and some resources.
So where are you at the moment?
At the moment I'm going to go to Unit 2, Week 4 words.
Okay, yep,
okay.
Fine.
So down here we're going to have a lecture, and that lecture first of all is going to cover a lot of probability.
And that's this coming Thursday.
This coming lecture is going to cover probability within NLP. So we need to make sure that we understand probabilities, and we've provided a resource down here, and this resource is a great piece of information. We click through, we can see basic probability theory. So I don't expect you to read all of this, but if there's any issues you have with probability, anything you don't understand or didn't quite catch, this is a great resource.
Why are we using probability with natural language processing?
Because we can use probability to determine the likeliness of a sentence which is arranged in a particular order within a text. And
so it's likely a noun will follow a verb and blah blah blah, these kind of basic rules that are intrinsic inside inside most languages, I would guess.
Yep, and if there's something you don't understand, you can find it in this document, and there's exercises and examples and solutions at the end.
But I wouldn't have to learn all that, would I?
You wouldn't have to learn
it. No, so I could use that as a reference if there was something in probability I didn't understand, right?
Same goes for smoothing. We provide a resource on smoothing. We'll be touching on smoothing in a lecture. But the main important thing is...
what I want to know about is how do I do the examples in the text?
The examples in the labs and the assignments are all going to be referenced in Python. In Python, we're going to be using a toolkit called NLTK, which is a natural language toolkit.
So I'll be running Python, but I will be importing NLTK into Python, and that's going to do the magic for this entire course.
Exactly,
right?
We'll be using this
throughout
NLTK throughout the entire course. This free library downloadable. If we click on the link that's provided on the Moodle page, we will see a book, and this book is a really good introduction to NLTK from absolute beginner.
And I would say if you can afford to buy this, it's well worth investing in if you see yourself as doing natural languages in the future. Clearly it's online and you don't need to, but I personally prefer a paper copy of things.
You can work through these examples, and I suggest you do, and especially these initial examples which tell you how to download the example text.
So literally you're just copying what's on the screen.
Copying. Look, here's our Python prompt. We're typing it in, and we'll do some videos that actually shows this working. Another quick resource: if you have any information or any tasks that you do not know how to do, we can actually search for the toolkit. So the NLTK Python. That's all I'm searching for here. And look, natural language toolkit, NLTK documentation. This is the full documentation for the entire toolkit, which not only gives you details about every function, procedure and offerings of the toolkit, but examples of how to use it.
And things are starting to get quite complicated in there. Now, one of the big pieces of feedback we took, Mike, was that people were saying that they didn't remember how to use Python. They did Python in the first year. Well, that's fair enough, that's 2 years ago. We've got a Python resource here, haven't we, that might be useful to someone who has just quite literally forgotten what they've learned before.
If you go to YouTube and search for Woods, or you can also search for CE151, this handsome chappy here. You go on his YouTube account, look on playlists, CE151 Video Assistance.
Hello, I'm John Woods, Director of... So you should see, terrible opening shot by the way, you should see about an hour of videos which is going to help you come up to speed or get back up to speed in Python, starting right from the bottom, your very first program, Hello World, right up to some quite advanced stuff, right?
Yeah. Let's move on to some other videos where we actually show some examples.
Yep, so let's do some NLTK Python examples.